Hello. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. It's time for some Hades. We actually did pretty well last time. I think I had an escape. 2 escapes? Did I escape twice last time? No, only once, right? With the gun. First one was fists and I died against Hades. Alright, so let's just keep trying to escape, keep building up our skills. And yeah, should be a good time. I'm getting to the point I gotta maybe start trying to do the runs a little bit faster, because actually it's nice when they're like each about 1 hour, because then it's like 3 hours per stream, or 3 runs per stream, nice and cleanly. But the past couple of streams, the runs have been taking me a little over an hour, like 1 hour and 20. So then I end 2 runs and I still have like 20 minutes left in the stream, and it's kind of not ideal. But we'll see. It's partly because they're just going all the way to the end. Okay, wait, sorry. Oh, I almost opened the game. Hold on, I need to. There it is. Video, audio, mic. Okay, we're good. So, I think we basically were ready to go. We're doing sword this time, if I recall correctly.
You shot me.
Alright, so this is the one where special charges up our attacks, or gives us crit chance afterwards, right?
Let me see into your past.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we haven't beaten it with heat. We also haven't beaten it without heat, as I recall. As far as I can remember. Oh my goodness, the controller, please. Okay, but it's the same reward either way, so I might as well do this to unlock future stuff. That's definitely everything other than whatever the first one I beat was. Spear? Gun? I think it was gun. That's, all of those I'm not going to get this last reward on no heat until for a while, because it's just an extra Titan's blood, which would be nice, but that's all I'd be getting, and I can already do the heat, so it's like I feel like I might as well, you know. Let's do this.
What do you need there, pal?
Alright, I think we're good, right? Okay, get some wall slams here. Remember that.
Go.
And crit chance. Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
See how it goes. Oh, did I change my trinket? I think I did. I think I changed it at the end of last round in preparation. Yeah. Hammer to start, like that. Comes a big chop. Hold attack to strike rapidly, dealing 25 base damage rate. Well, we need to take this. This isn't as important right now, although eventually it's useful, because the armor, there's so much armor eventually. And this is kind of neat, but this is like the opposite, right? This is slow and strong, this is fast and weak, but we don't have this one, so we might as well try it. It's good to get this kind of thing early. Plus there's no final, and then we can just hold it to and just kill whatever we're near. Also, we can kind of move a little bit while we're doing it.
How careless of me.
It's no faster to mash. It's the same speed. I just want to make sure I couldn't mash faster or something. But no, it's the same speed if I mash. At least as far as I can tell.
Cool, huh?
Alright. This is not bad. This is fine. Alright, got some max health. Okay, what do I want though? Ooh, we can up our crit chance with Artemis. That's probably what we want here. Or like, we can get extra crit value. Doom would be nice, if especially on special. But on the attack, it's not helpful because we're just attacking quickly. On cast, and then the other stuff, the Rift Blades and stuff, Rift Blades would be fine. But let's see what we can get with the crits.
More trouble.
Also, we're still at the point where special just like one-shot kills. I should just be using it between spawns, because just to get the buff for the next round.
Not everybody on Olympus is a total disappointment, Zagreus. Why, someday maybe you could meet Callisto. She goes hunting with me all the time.
Callisto.
But you don't see many woodland nymphs down there.
Well, we see one. Well, we see one nymph or dryad, whatever she is. Eurydice. 15% chance to deal crit. So is it, and then the buff probably makes it even higher, right? Special is stronger than the 20%. We're not using it that much. I mean, we're using the attack so much. 20% chance to crit is already a lot, and on top of if we can buff the other one further. Oh man, true shot, rare though. 10% chance. I can't remember what the higher rarity does for us. Is it higher chance? I don't think so. I think it's normally 10, because I think it's 10, 15, 20. Haven't been using the cast either. Gotta remember to use that. Just throw it out. I think part of why gun runs go well for me is because like they have a very clear rhythm to them to use all of your stuff. Versus like a lot of the other weapons, I end up just mashing attack or mashing special or whatever it is, and I don't use the other stuff that in the rhythm that I should, that like to get the most DPS. This is tempting, but I'm going to be attacking more, I think. And there are, I mean, this is a good cast. 80, and then 10% of the time it does 240, which is huge. Hold on, let me check. What is this again? After 3 seconds after your special, your attack may deal critical damage. 15% chance. So on top of the 15, it'd be 30% chance to deal crit. So 1 out of 3 rough. Well, just under 1 out of 3. And it also boosts the attack. I mean, I guess we'll do it.
Let's hunt some dead.
And we just gotta make sure we lead off with a special, even if we're not hitting, just to get the high crit chance. And we'll be critting a lot, so that should be significant damage. And it lasts 4 seconds, so it's not like I need to be using it that often, but... Alright. Oh my goodness, so much health. I can't avoid it. I gotta throw the cast out just for the extra damage. And... Ow. Ugh, the armor.
That's what you get.
Okay, I kind of threw that. I took 15 unnecessary damage here. I'm gonna check the room for anything. So it goes. We live and we learn. There's a fishing spot here. Get him! Alright, time to go fishing. We'll see if I can actually fish successfully over once. Wham, we have so much health. We can definitely take that this time. Got so much health right at the beginning. Come on.
Ooh, wow, Scion.
Scylla Scion. Okay, what are we missing out on? I'm curious. A boon. Well, shop doesn't matter. We don't have enough for the shop. Shops are expensive, right? We have convenience fee turned on, so we need to get up to... I can never remember the number. I have to do the calculation every time. It's an extra 40%. I think we have to get to 400 and something to feel like we get it. 300. This is 300 times 1.4. 420. We gotta get to 420 before we can be sure we can buy. No knockback boon doesn't really matter. We're not getting as much knockback now anyway. Although, knockback's okay, but we won't want to knock back on our normal attack because we want to just be slicing through.
It pleases me that you appear again, for through you I can tinker with reality along the fringes that are not yet fully formed.
Right, what do we get? Extra trap damage. Imagine if I also had the trap turned on, I would just die and like get one shot by traps. Damage from backstab. I mean, we do have pretty high backstab damage. As long as I'm aiming for it, that's not that bad. This is mostly irrelevant. Each time you special, For your cast deals extra damage. I guess we just take this and really aim for backstabs. This is like the biggest... I guess if I get a good cast, this would be good. But it's not even that much. Although that's situational. Money? I do kind of like money. More boons are always a good thing, though. I guess we take the boon. We gotta try to get enough money before the end of the floor, though.
You've been waiting for this, haven't you?
You're donezo. Look at all those crits.
Takes care of that.
I have taken a lot of damage, though.
Monstrosities await you near the surface, little Hades. Is your father's terrifying hell?
You mean my pet dog?
Ah, well, I'm sure you'll find a way to sail past whatever's in your way.
Cerberus a good boy, though. Alright, title dash. Poseidon Coast Call is good. Ocean's Bounty is not bad, especially this early. Maybe I actually take... Although we're not seeing very many... Well, we see a lot of money. We don't see that many of the other two because of the... Because we have... What's it? We have the... This turned on. Dark Foresight. So we see more money, but less of the other two. It does mean that any money we pick up, though, is 60% more, which overwrites or improves against the 40% more that we get from other stuff. Although it doesn't increase the money we get from just picking from killing stuff, which is where a chunk of our money comes from. Call's not bad, though. This is... Poseidon's Aid is a good call. Just invuln and high damage. It's, I think, like, most of the runs I've won have had that as the call. Title dash is also not bad, to be honest, but I don't want them to dash. I want to be able to dash in on enemies with sword, because I want to be able to get in and just slice them. So if the dash is knocking them away, it's not helpful. I think I take the call. This is tempting.
Might of the sea.
Oof. Alright. Well, health is always nice, but this time I think I do take the money, because I do need to try to get money before the end of the floor. Get him! Look at those backstabs. Okay, soon our backstabs will be extra strong, and we're really gonna try to hit him. Oh, key or darkness. Darkness heals us. Key gets us Fate of Authority, and we need more keys. I think I take the key. The darkness that... the amount the darkness would heal wouldn't be that much. It would be a little bit, and it would give us more max health. I'm tempted, but I think I gotta take the key. I gotta kill these piles. Call.
Phew.
Alright. Got a Fated Authority. Ooh, a well. Ooh, and there's so much stuff in here. Alright, what do we got here? Money? Sure. I could use more money.
Trespasser.
I'm getting extra backstab damage now, too.
Let's fight.
Get him. Got him. Got hit once, which was not great.
She is, father.
But I'm got plenty of money now. I could take the heal. Maybe I should, to be honest. Well, I think I should be okay. I don't think I'm gonna die here. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. especially because we get 3 free hits against the boss when we get there. Ooh, I could re-roll the palm if I don't want a palm. The palm will just what? We would just level up Deadly Strike, just higher attack damage. I guess that's fine. I was behind him! It's like I got knocked into it. Look at that backstab damage. The backstab crit damage. Get him! Backstab!
The power of the gods.
We just improve our attack damage, I guess. Another palm. I guess it's fine. I mean, I wish I had more boons, to be perfectly honest.
What is it now?
My subjects wish to have a word with you.
Alright, survival time.
Damn it.
Ow. Ow. Die, everything. Ooh, I kind of want to get Defiance here. I think I'm at 8 HP. There it is. Okay, I went into the drop on purpose to try to reset. Just trying to time it where I'm not gonna get hurt afterwards. Okay, we're good.
I trust they inconvenienced you at least.
Finally. Delicious.
Do I just take more attack damage? Do I upgrade the call? I kind of think I take a little bit more attack damage. Although this call is that's a pretty big buff. I guess I do want to. I am using it enough that it's probably worth it.
Pumped up.
Although right now that damage doesn't make that much of a difference. Is that final room? Oh, it is. Let's take the shop then. Getting the boon wouldn't be bad.
Charon's shop. I'll take it.
Alright. Special deals more damage, inflicts weak. I mean, big damage special is fine. The weak is also fine. Don't like the cast. Dash is okay. Take that. We'll take this.
Feeling good.
Oh, we'll take this too. Alright, we get 3 free hits here.
So, I've got
Electo.
a lot to be thankful for, you know, Red Blood. Your daddy could have shut you in the lowest pits, and then we never would have met.
Isn't that basically where we are now?
What would you have done with yourself if not for all our fated encounters?
I don't know. I mean, before we met, I've laid all sorts of other trash down here. But lately, I've been keeping them waiting because of you.
Oh, wow, because of little old me.
She's psyching up. There goes my shield.
Ow, there goes my shield. Dang, I kind of got hit a lot here. Oh boy. I'm actually kind of getting hit a lot. Ugh, so much shielding. Okay, there's that. Now I do this. You're done, Zo. Alright, no problem. Thanks to the Defy, the Death Defy, we're no problem.
She's tough.
And now we get our full heals. Man, we have so much health that it might not even be a full heal. Although this should get us there, I think.
Electo failed.
One short. She's been failing all the time.
Let's see
Why is
here.
that a surprise? Alright, Acorn was fine. It got us 3 free hits, although I kind of threw them away very early. Can't buy anything. Don't really want anything. It's okay.
Up we go then.
Man, we really are short on boons. It's sort of what I'm feeling right now.
Oh, yeah.
I have not been taking enough boons. I could re-roll something. Kind of feel like it's worth it to save the re-roll for the end though, like the Cerberus room, because you can kind of get some good stuff by re-rolling there. Just get back here. Counts as a backstab. Ow. Gosh dang it. Stop jumping. Ow. So annoying. Get him!
All set.
Man, imagine if it was spawned all the way out there. I wouldn't even be able to get it. Let's go
Looks like a
fishing.
good spot.
Crustacean. But spelled with an H. That's how you know it's special. Man, so many hearts. It's like all I'm getting. And hearts are fine, but I need more boons. And I'm not even getting options. It's like so many one-way paths. There's a chest here. Come on. I missed time. That was on me.
Come on out.
Ugh, the stupid armor. The armor beats my flurry because it's just it lasts long enough to get through my flurry hits. To get an attack out while I'm flurrying.
She'll keep me going.
Alright. Let's go check that chest. Ooh, money. Gems. I don't know that that's worth it. I mean, gems are good, but I don't know. I always ignore them because I'm just like, I don't need them now. Don't have enough money for the shop. I guess we take the boon. Because we still don't really have much that we want to upgrade with the palm. With the palm. We only have 3 boons. 2 of which are already upgraded once.
Help you.
Ow.
More souls for Stygius. No.
Get him! As long as it's one-on-one and no armor, it's free, because I just stagger him forever. Problem is, it's not usually the
I think
case.
that once you break free to the surface, we could see you from Olympus a bit more than usual, but no, it's like you're shrouded in eternal night up here. Something like that.
Huh. Odd. Huh. Hello. Hope you're having a good day, or a good morning or evening. Thanks for following. Okay. Well, we're early enough that this bonus money is what, like extra couple hundred. Could be okay. Hyper sprints, okay. Maybe probably just take the greater haste here. I don't know. The money's probably good, but at the same time, move speed's always nice. And it's not like I'm trying to play around having that much money this run, right? Or like, because I'm already having to pay so much. Although on the other hand, that could make the money more useful. As long as I have enough for the shop at the end, it kind of doesn't matter though. Take the speed. Being able to get in a little bit easier would help with this, with the sword and the flurry attack. I wish I had, honestly, the attack speed would have been nice. Just a slightly faster attack speed could have been helpful. Alright, we're taking the boon. I need to get more boons. The palms aren't as helpful right now.
Somebody
boat
lose
time.
a spine out there.
All right, let's go. Boat ambush, let's do it. Done. I need to get back attacks to the beginning. Getting better damage in. Alright, good. That's clear. Let's take our boon.
You've met the master of the seas, Poseidon, haven't you? Our uncle's affable but quick to anger. Be on your guard with him is my advice.
Like the oceans. Divine Flourish. Ooh. Can also deflect. It's kind of nice. Divine Dash is good though. Proud Bearing's also not bad. I think I'll take the dash though. Deflect dash is fine.
Shield of light.
More Hermes boons. Well, if I get attack speed, this could be nice. Oh boy. Okay, well, Deflect Dash gonna be getting some use here. Good, thank goodness for the Deflect Dash, actually. That came in very handy in that encounter. All the witches and gorgons. Oh, bonus damage from bonus speed. I mean, we already have 20% bonus movement speed. I wonder if that one's required me to have that in the first place. Yeah, greater haste, hyper sprint, and lamp. So that's the one where we get faster. But man, if we attack during that, we would be getting so much extra damage. So right now, 50% of our bonus speed, so we're just constantly doing 10% extra damage. This would then, after we dash, we would get half a second of 50% extra damage. That'd be strong. What's the other one? Lambent Plume. I don't even... I don't know. I guess it's not here, but in any case, that's nifty. And I do need to take it for the prophecy. Now, if I have other bonus speed, though, I assume it counts, not just from this. Which I'm trying to think if I do. I don't think I have anything that's granting me bonus speed. But anything else that does grant bonus speed becomes more valuable now. I mean, here's the hyper sprint. Now I do want to kind of try to look for the hyper sprint after if I take this, which shouldn't be too bad. We get this offered a lot, I feel like, because it's just one of the basic ones. This is probably the better option just because it gives us more calls. I'm gonna take Rush Delivery. We're gonna take it.
Here we go.
We just get a constant 10% damage boost to begin with. Double boon is good. Money would be good too, though. We have a little bit of time before the end of the chamber. And double boon, especially an Artemis boon, could be nice. Oh, that's not what I wanted. If we can get hyper sprint now, that would also be nice. It would help us a lot. I mean, it's just a big damage boost after a dash. So as long as we're doing dash attacks, that's like huge. All right, Artemis is annoying to deal with. Actually, they're both kind of annoying to deal with.
Oh, somebody's going to
But we'll start with Artemis. Okay, crit cast is good. Only 70 instead of 80 because it's normal. Ooh, oh, this is big. Because this lets us hit crits so much faster as long as there's more than one enemy. Because we already get like a 30% crit chance after a special. This would bump it to 60 on a marked foe. And we deal crits constantly. this would also be nice, because we actually are dealing enough crits that we could deal with the armor, which actually would be pretty helpful. But if I'm getting crits, it might not matter. Like, we're already doing triple damage on a crit. So as long as I'm doing enough crits, it might not matter as much. This is just doubling the damage. Okay, we'll take Hunter's Mark.
You wound me, little Hades, with your callous choice. It's fortunate I'm quite impervious to harm. But I don't think the same is true for you.
Yeah, let's get on with it.
Uncle. Let's give him a show then.
Look at these crit chaining. Like, I don't even need to be keeping my special crit buff as much. Let's just get some kills in.
Sorry.
Watch out for the waves. Gotta be aiming for backstabs when possible too, for the big damage buff. It's kind of hard to aim though, we're kind of just like dashing around a lot. Okay.
I must hand to you, little Hades. I did not expect that you would weather such a storm. I'm mightily impressed.
Flood shots fine. Boons with knockaway, also rupture. So that's just our call right now. Rupture is always kind of nice. It'd be nicer if we had some more things knocking away. We don't want our attack to knock away. I mean, we're not going to get it on attack and special anyway. So we're mostly looking for... Who would just be looking for the flood shot again and trying to get rupture off of that. It would be a nice rupture to hit. So right now it's just on our special, so maybe we just take flood shot. Although I don't know that flood shot, because we're throwing the cast out kind of just whenever, so I guess it's fine. We're just gonna throw it out, knock something back, and then we dash into somewhere else, or we dash in on them. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, I don't think we have enough stuff dealing knockback for the shoals to be useful yet. Rupture is always nice though. It's just like extra DPS. Take the flood shot.
Poseidon's strength.
Shop. Ooh, another boon. I don't think this is the end yet, right? I can never... well, we don't have enough money for the shop even if it is. Or at least not enough to be sure of the shop. Okay, this is the last room. So we're skipping the shop in this floor. That's fine.
In the name of Hades.
Another or another Artemis boon is fine. Crits deal more damage. Give our special chance to crit also. Oh. But okay. I don't think that we need that. I mean, the weaken is nifty. That we're getting more. We're reducing our damage by 27%, which, on average, I think this still is higher damage because the 20% chance to crit makes it higher. Especially if things get marked, then we're just going to be getting crits constantly. So maybe this is still worth it, because on average, then this is like a much higher increase. This just makes our crits higher damage though. Like an extra 15%. On the critical, assuming it's multiplicative, which I'm not 100% sure. I assume it must be. I don't know though. If it's multiplicative, that's an extra 45%. I don't know if they wouldn't. How would they word it though? Because alternatively, it's just going to be extra 15, meaning it would be 215% extra, which is tiny. That's almost inconsequential. It's just an extra 15. Well, it could be, I guess, but that's pretty small. That's just an extra 15% of the base damage, which is not a lot. It's like 1/6. Versus if it's tripled, if it's calculated before the crit, it's an extra almost half, which is still not that much. Maybe I do take the Deadly Flourish. Do I care about the weaken? The problem is if I take this, I'm also losing out on... That's my only Aphrodite boon. So I'm losing out on the damage buff from it. I might be just doing a crit build though, because we have the mark now, and we just have this sword. Well, this sword's critting on normal attacks most easily, But buffing our crit chance on the special just means we can just special also. It means our specials also have a chance to just crit, and that gets increased with Mark. It's tempting. I think that might be the right choice, actually. And it also is getting upgraded, so the damage is higher. Because right now this is just normal. Base of this is probably, what, 40, 45? Yeah, I think I'd take this, actually.
I'm sure Lady Aphrodite won't mind.
See how it goes. Just going full crit build now.
Bone Hydra.
Hey, Bone Hydra.
This isn't personal, don't you?
Fortunately, when it's just one enemy, I can't get the marks. But oh well. I've already got hit twice. What are you doing? There's last one.
No more acorn.
Ow. No more acorn, what? Okay. I mean, we're fine. I'm not really worried. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm getting low on health, but we have the Defiance, and we're gonna... After I can get the Greater Call here soon. We just blow up Hydra with that. Oops, well, now we're just mashing calls. Doesn't matter, I didn't need the Greater Call, I just start mashing them.
Enough.
Alright, take our darkness and heal. Go take our fountain heal.
Oh, I didn't see you come in.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Don't care about any of this. We're gonna move on.
Closer.
Am I still not full health? Did the fountain not fully heal me? Oh well, that's okay. Alright, we're really relying on crit damage now.
Time to pick a fight.
Oh, I am full health. Ooh, that's tempting. Ooh, those boons are tempting too, though. That's it's, okay. We're taking it though. We have so much health. It's got to be fine here. It's got to be okay. Although Elysium, we do gotta take a lot of damage, so maybe not the greatest idea. Reward increase is mostly inconsequential because we don't see those very much. Increased cast, can't special though. Oh, improved special damage for 5 chambers of random rewards. Okay, for sure. You know what? Whatever. Random rewards, I don't even care. We're not going to know what we're getting, and that's okay. Anything is useful at this point. I think we're fine with most rewards. Gotta aim for back attacks. Where are you? There you are. Let's go, let's go. Backstab. Marked crit. Oh, dang it, I got hit. Gotta get those backstabs. Not getting the crits I need. Come on. Okay, you're fine. We're fine. Ooh, a hammer. I like that's a reward we wanted anyway. Attack deals bonus damage to armor. That could be nice. Special hits twice, but no longer knocks foes away. That's also not bad. Do I want foes knocked away anyway? Your attack fires a wave that pierces foes. We get sword beams. I mean, we are doing rapid attacks, so maybe that's good in combination with our attack. Like, this is not as good when we only are doing 3-hit combos, but I mean, it's still probably fine because it gives us a range option, and it's just like more. It's just piercing damage, just like a bunch of extra damage against mobs if they're lined up in any way. Armor damage is tempting because there's so much stuff with armor now, and it's really killing me. I have to play so much more carefully around it. Double special is nice, although our special damage is not super high unless we crit. We're not hitting crits that often. And knocking them away isn't that bad because we're still just chasing one down at a time. And we're also using the special mostly as the buff. I mean, I am using it a little bit to try to crit, but the crits are mostly on the normal attack. So maybe I take this. This just buffs our normal attack.
That's amazing.
Like, look at those. Look how many waves we get here. Oh, is it destroy? Oh. Can we only have... Oh, it's not as good as I thought because I think we could only have... Oh no, they were just running into stuff? I don't know. How far does it go? Let's see. Just keep hitting things. Man, it goes so fast. Oh yeah, no, it's just running into stuff, I guess. Okay, yeah, look at these. Look at this. We can just have so many beams out. Anything here we care about? Nope. As expected. Oh, there is regular Touch of Sticks. It's only 10%. Touch of Sticks Dark is huge. It's an extra 50%. I mean, 15 encounters is a lot, but that won't get us to the boss from here, so it's not worth it. It's mostly only worth it against Hades. I guess it would be fine against Theseus too. All right, it's just random. We're just taking a door. Although I think the size of the door kind of probably means something, but I don't know what. Oh, money and a restroom, a fountain. You know what? I ain't complaining about that. That's perfectly acceptable. Like I said, I think any reward at this point I'm okay with, so. Oh no, I don't like this room. What if the beams can crit? Probably, right? That counts as my attack. I haven't had one crit yet, but I feel like they must be able to. Although, I don't know. I mean, it certainly must be able to in the sense that when we have, like, bonus crit, like, and everything has higher crit chance, certainly, but I don't know if it counts as an attack for the crit bonus. We have a fishing spot here. Let's go fishing. So many fish this run. Maybe I'm just noticing them more. I feel like I never notice them. I also just whiff them a lot, but I've hit 2 so far. Can I get a 3rd? Yeah, I got a 3rd. Sea mare.
It's a sea mare.
So, sea dragony.
Gods grant me strength.
Alright, palm. Deflect damage. Dash damage doesn't really matter. The deflect is what matters on the dash, so I don't really want that. Increased flood. That's a lot of it. That's like a more than a 50% increase to the cast damage. That's probably worth it. This is less helpful now. It's less than a quarter. It's like what, a little over it's a little under a 6th extra damage, or a little more than a 6th extra damage. But not the first one was like 33% more damage on the call, right? 300 to 400. As always, it's diminishing returns, so level 1 to level 2 is always the biggest bump. And this is a big percentage-wise bump, but we're not doing the dash for the damage, so. Floodshot we are throwing out a lot, though, as long as I'm remembering, which I have been. Alright, only one way to go anyway. Oh no, there's 2. Let's take this one. Let's re-roll it. See, now I would take Razor Shoals. I was doing a lot, actually. 149, why is it doing so much? Because of my other passive damage boosts, I guess. I haven't been accounting for them, but that's actually doing a lot. Ow. Get him! Get him!
Goddess Athena, in the name of Hades.
One more. What we don't know. Oh, 180% damage. We lose the crit chance. Oh, it's such big damage. No, it's probably not worth it. Those that can deflect also make foes exposed. And we're not doing that much, but it would be fine. Just extra, you know what? 12% extra health on our Stubborn Defiance. Given our health is at what, 100 and something? That is an extra, like, 15 health right now, and could get up to, like, 20 extra health or so, eventually by the end, if I'm taking more hearts. This does, I mean, if I can get the deflex on the dash, the backstab damage that has a lot of extra damage. I'm tempted to take this because it's improving the number even higher, but I think, man, that's a lot. But I think because I think the crits make this still worth it. I don't know though. It's only 20% chance base to crit. Marked goes up to 50. It's hard to do the numbers here because it's a little bit hard. Because the percentage of time that we crit changes also. I could calculate the expected damage just total, which would be the best way to do it, but it's kind of a pain, and I don't really want to do it in my head right now. I say that as I still start thinking about it. The thing is, gaining the deflect is also value, but crit gets us marks as well, so the crit is also extra value, and that becomes a little harder to quantify. More than double damage on the special is a lot, but we're not really using special that much for damage, right? I'm still just mostly using it for area. I am realizing I am actually kind of using the knockback of the special more than I thought, because when I'm getting swarmed, it is helping me a little bit. I think I keep it. The only thing I have deflecting is the dash though, so I think maybe I just take the last stand and just get a little bit of extra bonus on the Stubborn Defiance. This is like a permanent touch of sticks, which that's not bad. It's a little bit better even. All right, well, we only have one way to go, so.
A curse of chaos has been lifted.
Curse is gone. Oh, it's a Asterius fight.
You are more skilled than I expected, short one. A rematch is most certainly in order.
They'll keep being in order for a while, it seems.
You're going to force a rematch each time I manage to defeat you, aren't you?
Of course.
We and our victories are all impermanent here in Elysium. We live, such as it is, for moments such as these.
Ow, I got in front of him. I am getting deflect more than I thought. I'm really reading the thing because I'm doing the last second dashes more than I thought. Oh, right as that hit. Okay, there's the Stubborn Defiance. Oh, it takes us up to 69 right now. Nice. That backstab crit damage is so high. It's nice. Okay, our damage output, by testing it in that Asterius fight just now, our damage output's actually pretty okay. Like, sometimes when our damage is not feeling good, that fight takes so long. But it's actually okay there. We just gotta be careful about damage because I have to get so close to get hits.
What is going on down there, dearest? I thought for certain you would make it out, but seems that nasty place has kept you grounded, hasn't it? But don't despair, and you take heart, won't you?
Thank you. Revenge damage, different league. Life effort. It's a little bit too late for life affirmation. Different league's fine, I guess. We are mostly getting hit at close range because we have the deflect dash now to deal with ranged attacks a little bit, and I am dashing in on enemies, so just taking 13% less damage is probably fine. Wave of Despair is not bad. It's fine. It's pretty okay as far as the curses, I mean the revenges go. Just take the damage to that mitigation though. Alright, and now we have the buff to our what, special? Is that what we're getting a buff to? Off of the Chaos Boon? Yeah. 41% extra damage. Okay, well, that's not bad. That's a lot of extra damage. Ow. Okay. We just need to be using the cast for this, I guess, or our beams. Ow. I almost feel like I should just proc the touch of stick, or the Stubborn Defiance to get back up to 69. But I don't want to cut it too close. Maybe I will, once I can get it down to just a few enemies. It's gotta be the last one. Oh, there's another guy. Okay. You've gotta be the last guy. Gotta be the last wave too, right? Come on. Nice. Alright, it was. As expected.
Good enough to eat.
Special damage of 69% boost. Nice. I mean, that's what we take, right? Ooh, higher marked critical chance is not bad either. 42% chance. Ooh, that's tempting, actually. That's an extra 12% chance to crit when we have someone marked, which means that we are more like, as long as there's more than one enemy, the marks are very strong. The problem is this kind of stuff doesn't help as much against Hades, because there's not always a bunch of enemies against Hades. Sometimes he throws stuff out, and there are, but we can't rely on it. So I guess I don't need to worry as much about the mark at this point, I think. I think I do actually take Deadly Flourish for the extra special damage. I think I take the health here, not the palm, to make our... we're going to lose out on our Defiance giving us 69, unfortunately, which maybe it's not worth it for that reason. But more health is nice, and this would make our Athena boon stronger. Our bonus restoration. It's an extra 12% of 25 is like 3 points. It's an extra 3 points of healing off of it, so we're gonna go up to 72. Oh, plus the whatever that we normally get. What is normally 30? So yeah, it's a pretty big buff to the amount that we're healing. So yeah. It's a shame to lose out on Stubborn Defiance 69, but so it goes. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to reset the Stubborn Defiance again. In a way, it's almost like that one boon where when you end a room below 30% health or whatever, it just puts you back up there. As long as I'm careful about it, I can like basically always end at now like almost 50% health, 40-something% health.
Regenerating. Damn, he's recovered.
Are you the last one? Is this the last wave, or is there one more wave after you? Well, we'll find out. Okay, I was it. Called it correctly. Ooh, Anchorn ranked up. What is it at now? 4 hits? 4 hits, and the final rank will be 5. Alright. Oh, this is Final Chamber. So we take the shop. We got plenty of money. Might get a Centaur Heart in there. We did not. Get a palm and a sack.
Smooth sailing, little Hades.
Okay, that's fine. If we get Razor Shoals, that'd be nice, actually.
Everybody here. A skill apparently that's rather rare. Take my niece Artemis, for instance. Can't ever take a simple jest at all.
Wow.
You won't easily attract a mate with such a
Wow,
sour look
rude.
about you, girl.
Sidon, rude uncle. We get the dual boon here, though.
Oh, and wouldn't that be such a pity, Uncle Poseidon? I wonder what could be the cause of this sour look that I perpetually have up here. Maybe Zagreus knows.
Yeah, I understand. I understand how it's annoying to be my family.
See exactly what I mean, nephew.
Ah, there it is. Cast fires a secondary projectile. Oh yeah, we've gotten this one before, actually. Is it... Oh, extra 20% damage against bosses for the cast and the call. That could be good. Second cast shot for 30% damage. We've already taken it, so I don't need to take it for the prophecy. I just need to take it if it's worth it, which... 30% damage. The cast is doing a decent chunk of damage, like 149. So the cast we throw will do like 40. The secondary cast will do like 40. That's not that much, but it does also knock back, which is not bad. On the other hand, this just gives us 20% extra damage on cast and call to the bosses, which could be nice. Doesn't help us at all against random enemies, but then again, it's not like this makes that much of a difference against random enemies either. I think I actually take the wave pounding. I was kind of hoping for rupture.
It's high tide.
Let's buff something. Cool, up to 80%. Higher cast damage. Ooh, this would have been nice if I had taken the other thing, I guess. Although this also still works with the extra damage to the bosses, at least. Hey, the run is going decently. So far, it's feeling okay. The build is feeling like it's doing okay, although we'll see. It's always... Theseus is always a test, and then, of course, Hades is a test, so we'll find out. But yeah, hope your day is going well. How are you doing? Okay. I'm probably just going to take one of these level 3s. Like I said, the mark doesn't help as much against the bosses, although it helps against Theseus and Asterius. But then I have to be switching between them, which I don't really like to do. Feels better to just focus one down, generally. The mark is mostly just for random rooms. Another 11% on... Just woke up, you're doing pretty good. That's good. Yeah, glad to hear. Hope you have a good day then. How have you been? I've been good. Just kind of worked on stuff a little bit today. I was saying it's like... well, hold on, let me make this decision first and I can talk while I'm doing other stuff. Is extra special... Well, the special damage, I'm also getting other multipliers on the special damage, so I guess this is a pretty big buff. This is an extra 25 points of damage, which with other buffs, probably around extra 40 points of damage. I think this is more, and we're using the special maybe slightly more. I don't know, it's hard to say. I was kind of saying, do I need the food? Oh, this is difficult. I don't think I need the food, but I might be risky not to take it. I kind of would like the money though, so I think I'll hold. It's like I always have a bunch of stuff I want to work on and get done, and I've like doing. It's not like I haven't been working on this stuff, but like I go so much slower because it's so hot right now. Like it saps all my energy. Asterius, other god. Nice. Get them both.
To be sent screaming back to the hellish darkness. Come, blackguard! Shields down.
Alright, Asterius is at half. Let's do backstabs. Oh, I got hit there. Asterius gonna be down soon. Asterius down. Sorry to hear about how the weather's affecting you. Glad you're able to work. Yeah, it's not like that bad. It's just kind of like annoying when it gets this hot. Alright, well, Greater Call is ending. Get a couple more hits in.
The gods are helping him.
We might proc Defiance to get this, but we should be fine. We're not about to lose. Right, you're done, so actually. He's donezo. He's donezo. Got him. Did I even proc Stubborn Defiance? I kind of probably should have, because actually now my health is going to be very low. Is this going to be enough for a full heal? We'll find out. Okay, with the fountain it should be.
Happy to entertain you, Shades.
Okay, our damage output is fine. It's mostly just going to be keeping our health up. Well, taking this into Hades is actually fine. If I could get it to level 3, it'd be nice, but it's not looking like we're going to, because I think it still needs like 20 more. 50 more. Okay, well, it's not even close. Alright, we're not going to sell anything, and we're not going to buy anything, I don't think. I guess I should check. It's always worth looking. We don't need that. We don't need any of this. Ooh, upgraded. Well, the...
Purge boons for coin.
Okay. No, we want all this. The yarn is tempting. 100, though. I'm trying to remember the prices. Probably not worth it. Probably not worth it.
One more stop.
Can we get one more fish? One fish per zone? One fish per zone?
Almost out of here.
Lots of money pots. Okay, here we go. Fish? Not yet. Although I think it could spawn in later. Oh, we have another... Okay, what can we... Let's think about... Well, let's go look at what we got. What we have available to us. We have one Fated Authority, too, to reroll. Money's good. Poseidon Boon, if we get Rupture, that'd be good. Heart is okay. I'd probably start off with the money, though, and then go Heart. Well, depending on... The Heart is also sort of a heal, which is nice. Is there anything I reroll, then, though, actually? If I was going to reroll anything, it might be the Heart or the Boon. Or the, well, the money gets me up to enough to buy... Currently, I can buy both of these. The next lowest thing is this. If I take the money, along with the room, with the various chamber money, gets me to around 500 probably. Maybe a little over, which is enough to maybe buy this and this, double palm and a single palm. But then I could just take the heart instead. So I actually don't know if I want the money, because I could just buy these two. Double palm is nice. Double palm and a single palm though, but I want that over the heart. The hearts are nice because our health, our Defiance is even without Touch of Sticks Dark, unfortunately. Our Stubborn Defiance is buffed, and so a lot of health is going to be helpful. I don't have the Tooth though, so I got to be a little bit careful. I don't have a third revive, or second revive. If I want to buy the double palm, which I don't know that I do, getting double palm, we don't have a lot that we need the buffs on necessarily. The boon is probably more useful. And if I don't care about the double palm, I can reroll the money. So I think I do reroll the money. I could also reroll the danger rooms. I'm only going to take those if I have to, though, because I don't care that much about either of them, and I hope I find the Satyr before then. If I do end up going through all of them, though, what can I get? I don't care about the boons that are here. So yeah, I don't think I care about the money.
Let's see what else.
Okay. Athena boon. Okay, we start off here then. far so good. The knockback is helpful in these rooms a little bit. I need to get these backstabs. Oh no, I'm poisoned! Trick them. Okay, healed. Oh, okay, that's what, 18 damage that I didn't need to take? I've said it before, but you're so good at narrating your thought process. Thanks. Yeah, you've mentioned that. I as before, I appreciate it. It's one of the things I try my best to do to do carefully in it. It's kind of the thing that like takes some getting used to doing, but I've always been kind of okay at it. Just from the kind of work and stuff that I do. So I try to make sure I do it while streaming too. Okay, broke armor. We should be fine now. Just mash it. Alright, so our health is down 19. We'll get it back at the fountain, so right now we're good. We really gotta try to conserve our health as much as possible, though. Gotta get the backstabs on the saviors. The backstabs crits are so huge. As long as it's one enemy at a time, it's also not... Oh my goodness. I need to heal. Okay. Well, officially was not careful and tanked my health, so that's not great. Ow. I hate your positioning right now. Okay, we have 2 calls to try to clear this room now. Okay. Absolutely obliterated my health by not being careful.
In the name of Hades.
So it goes. Oh my goodness. That buffs it by 184%? That's almost crit level. That's nearly as much bonus we get off the crit, which actually makes this probably worth it. I wish I could also have the Razor Shoals though. The problem is the knockback is not actually what I want. The knockback is actually a little bit of a detriment. I guess it's not that bad. The problem is, okay, we're losing out on the crit mark, which doesn't matter too much. It would be nice if we could crit with the special. But even when we crit, that's an extra 200% damage. There's other modifiers, but those are still in play even if I take this. This is extra plus 184. Okay, but we are losing out on however much this is, 80%. So it's not just a straight... Ugh. And then the crits this does include the 80 as well. So we are losing out on a lot of damage. Or not total, but overall it might still be more? I don't know, though. I think I take Razor Shoals, though, to make the Flood Shot better and the Call better. Even though that's such a... Like a level 3 epic replacement with... This is the knockback one. The base of this, I'm pretty sure, is like 80. Like, that's so much extra damage on the special. But I don't think that's our concern. I think Rupture is going to be more helpful. Oh, this is a hard decision. This might be the right choice. Oh, man. I think I just take Razor Shoals, though. We're throwing enough casts out that we're just getting extra... It gets us an extra... Well, they're not constantly moving, but when they do move, it gets... So if we say they're moving half the time, it's an extra 75 damage on average. Because it's 150 total if they were moving the whole time, yeah. And that's off the call and the cast. And this is useful against Hades, because he does move a lot. This is 2, but I actually have to hit it for that to be useful. Okay, we'll take Razor Shoals. We still are... The thing is, our special is still doing a lot of damage as it is. So, it's not like we're completely missing out on that big special. It's just that we're not getting as much as we could off of it, potentially. Which is fine. The Razor Shoals, I think, is still worth it. We're up to 463. We're actually really high on money already. So actually, we would have been pretty After the next room, we might be able to take the double palm and a heart or a single palm. Well, let's take the heart then, here. Let's hope that this is it, and I don't have to worry about any other rooms. Alright, got hit once. I don't think I care about any of this. Nope. Please, please, please let this be it. I kind of would like to find a shop, though, actually, that has, like, touch of sticks or something. That could be nice. Alright, let's just stay at range, just spam our way through it. Can't do anything about this, we're fine. Not doing much damage, but oh well. It's just stun locked. That's the important thing, is it's stun locked. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Thank goodness, we like to see that. Thank you, thank you. Full heal. Oh, beautiful. Beauteous day. Joy, frabjous day, Kalukale. Okay, what's our money look like? 550. Ooh, it's not quite enough. It's 5-6. We're 10 short. Ooh, that hurts. It's not worth going into one of these rooms. I would take damage and I wouldn't be able to heal it up. For a boon that I don't care that much about. Oh, I'm 10 short. That's painful. Okay, so we got to take single palm and heart then, or just double palm. Single palm and heart's probably better because the first level of the palm is going to matter more than the second on whatever it hits. And the heart is useful for all the reasons as stated before.
I can use this.
Poseidon's Aid's fine. Divine Dash doesn't matter. Ooh, this is nice. We probably level this up. This is the biggest difference, I think.
Strongly
take that. Alright, and now we just have a bunch of leftover money. Here you go, boy.
Thus has the prince again persuaded fearsome Cerberus
Okay.
to get out of
Our
his
damage
way.
feels okay as long as we're hitting crits, so I'm gonna have to aim for backstabs and crits, because the backstab also is pretty big for us here, damage-wise.
Thanks, boy.
Which Hades is not too hard to backstab, so we should be able to get that. It is bribery. Gotta be a little bit careful. If the nice thing is we have the marks to deal with the random mobs as they show up.
Made it again.
Okay, we just gotta watch our health. That's the biggest concern. I need to be careful about dodging, because I need to be able to weave in and out. And that's the hardest part against Hades. That's why the gun, I think, is so strong against Hades, because you just can play at range, and you can't really do much about it. Good luck, thank you.
Back, father.
You're back. Look, it's Hades' back.
This blasted
We're staring
place. How can you even stand it on the surface here?
On my 2 feet. Oh, we're jumping right in, okay. That's right, I can deflect those two. Okay, we blow them up now, too. Come on. Deflect's actually kind of nice on the dash. Where are you? Stop disappearing, bro. Dad, please. Backstab, backstab. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, we've resisted one hit. That's our first acorn hit gone. Or no, second acorn hit. We have 2 more left. Big backstab damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay, 1 more acorn hit left. Oh, acorn's gone. Alright, we have our greater call. Let's go for it when he's shields down. Got it.
That blasted.
Just keep running into everything. Okay, phase 2. Greater Call got us through like the whole second half of his, like bottom third of his health bar. I wasn't ready, bro. I was not prepared. Actually, I can kind of use those beams. Oh no. Beams. Can I get it around? No. I was wondering if I could move it or hook it around.
Let's see you run from this.
Okay, no need to run. I'll just stand here. Ow. Oh, I got really comboed there. More pots. Greater Call again. Oh, shoot. I didn't look at his health bar. Okay, we're fine. We can get a few more hits in there. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Ow. Jeez, that did a lot. Should be good. I still have my Stubborn Defiance, which is a lot. I also have a Call. Should be fine. Yeah, no problem. When I got through that first part with so little with like max health, I was pretty sure I had it.
There's no escaping that.
Getting the backstab damage and the crits was getting me pretty decent damage. The damage I needed, and I was able to play safe enough.
Cannot.
Also, I was getting enough like AoE and like damage on the various other things that were spawning that I wasn't really worried about them. I was able to just kill them incidentally or with the Call, like that one time. Nice, nice. Another completion. Alright. First sword completion, too. Current streak 2. Ah, yeah, streak of 2. Like to see that.
Found you.
Alright, let's go say hi to Mom for a couple minutes before we die again. Hi, Mom.
I'm here.
Bye, Mom.
Zagreus? So good to see you again, Zagreus. Since last you left, I couldn't help but think the worst about what happened after I had left. Or soon before. You mentioned Nyx. You don't suppose that she and Hades wanted me out of the way?
I just don't think that can be. Though let me ask you, how long did you know Father? And Nyx for that matter? Did they seem trustworthy?
Yes. I knew them long enough to have decided yes, that they were trustworthy. As much as anyone I've ever met. But I also know never to be trusting to a fault. I have to consider the possibility I was deceived.
Especially since neither of them is being forthcoming with me even now, right? And yet, I have this feeling something else is going on, Mother. The way that Father speaks of you, the way Nyx speaks of you, I think they care for you.
So much to unravel.
Well, they have a funny way of showing it, I think. Your father, so you have to get through him each time you visit me.
Oh yeah, it's rough. Although it's been getting easier as I've learned his attack patterns.
What if Father thinks that he's protecting you? Have you considered that?
Protecting me? Why, Zagreus, what do you mean by that? As you can see, I can fend for myself.
Well, you're from Olympus, aren't you? But the gods, none of them seem to know you're here. So...
I just had the realization why they made the emphasis, because Demeter is in this game and is our grandma, is because she's Persephone's mother, at least in the Greek mythology, so presumably here as well. And when Zeus and Demeter had that interaction, they like pointedly made a point about her being like an adopted sister or something, or like And I just thought that was so funny because I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're just straight up siblings in Greek mythology. They're just like Demeter's just the oldest sibling of among her, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hera. I think those are the siblings. There might be one more that I'm missing. I think it's them. And then I'm realizing it's because Hades is Zeus's brother and was married to Persephone, who is Demeter's daughter. So they had to alter it to make it a little bit less weird in the modern day. I didn't think about that until just now.
What? How would you know something like that? Zagreus? Ah, curse the fates. You're leaving me again.
I won't be
They wanted to make sure that when it's eventually revealed that Demeter is grandma, that even if you think about it, it's still not quite so weird. I mean, because in Greek mythology, there are plenty of siblings who are just married and together. I mean, Hera and Zeus are siblings straight up, full siblings.
Natural causes got you again, huh? That's a real shame. I mean, imagine one day you're just going about your business and then you're dead. Although I guess you don't have to imagine it like I do.
It's true, we lived it like 4 times now.
No.
No.
How did it go, lad? You've been gone a while. For good reason, I hope.
Yep, made it again for the 4th time.
Sir, and we were able to talk some more. But I have so many questions left for her, and Father's certainly not been of any help.
Well, first of all, good work. I knew you had it in you. Secondly, you know what you have to do. Go find her, for as many chances as it takes. It's not just her you've sought. It's the answers to those questions that you have.
Yes, I will.
Everything is as it always was.
Oh, hi, Dad.
The
Yep,
prince
everything's
and
normal.
Cerberus exchange a look.
I told you, boy.
Oops, I skipped my dialogue after.
There's no escape from here. Learn that the hard way, then.
You could have told me more important things. Mother left because she never even knew I was alive, thanks to you. She's got a lot of questions herself, as you can probably imagine. I'm headed back to her. You going to cooperate?
And those games that incorporate repetitive deaths part of the story are always trippy. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And a lot of them sort of just ignore it. They don't necessarily incorporate it a lot of the time, especially with like roguelikes. A lot of time it's just, there's a few different ways that they deal with it. Some of them just pretend it's a new person every time. Some of them just like kind of act like it resets everything. It's just an independent thing. But Hades is interesting because it really fully is part of the game, as part of the story. And like, there are a few I think that do that, but it is kind of interesting because of course it's an idea that doesn't really make sense to our mortal human brains because it's not really how things would work. Although I guess, you can sort of imagine it being like failure, or like it's not, you could just think of it slightly different than death and think of it as just like not succeeding at what your goal is and just having to keep trying again. Or even when you succeed, you eventually have to start over.
Nonsense. Listen to me. If you have any sense remaining in that head of yours, I caution you not to discuss this here and now.
Let me go. Let me find her. She demands it.
No. I'll hear no demands from you.
Well, I guess that's that. Oh man, I'm wondering what these are. Erebus Gate, Pact of Punishments, challenges. The challenges, they probably must give rewards too. I kind of want to get to this. I mean, these also are very useful. But I'd have to pay for them to get there. I need more gems. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there is something. Creates beautiful music if you know how. Things that cost the actual diamonds seem like they're probably more functional. A lot of the decor, we've bought like one decor item, which I would like to buy all the decor eventually, but I feel like I have to save my gems to buy other stuff at the moment. Wasn't there one for like an aquarium or something? Where did that go? What the heck? Whatever.
Just making sure the lounge is squeaky clean.
Thanks, Dusa.
What's cooking?
All right, we got lots of fish for you today.
Here's the catch of the day. Or night.
Oh, 3 nectar, 3 keys. Ooh, those are big. 2 of the fish we got were great.
At last.
Nix, all you've done to help me with the Olympians, the mirror, the house contractor, I worry that if Father were to know that he would turn his wrath upon you. I don't want anything to happen.
You need not fear for me, my child. For I am not some underling your father has authority to punish if it pleases him. I am the knight, and it is by my grace that this house stands. Your father knows this. Thus, he and I have certain common goals. We are obligated to cooperate.
Well, at least Nyx knows the power she has, I guess.
Obligated to cooperate. No wonder I thought you two truly were husband and wife.
Your father and I sometimes convince ourselves.
All right. 6 keys away still. How are these prophecies looking?
Details of another prophecy.
Still 1 away on a lot of them. Oh, a new prophecy? What do we have here? Oh, what the? Dead shall someday slay foes with each of the perks from the Pact of Punishments. Oh. These are the different things they could have that make them stronger. Just by having that active, we would get them then. Oh. Oh, I can get 4 diamonds. Oh, wait, hold up. Just by doing contracting? Oh, dang. I could just use the regular gems on some stuff. Some stuff that seems interesting. Okay, those are expensive. I mean, these seem like they might do something. Well, that one costs a diamond. I already have a trim. I got the purple trim. Let's get ourselves some flowers, I guess. Some lilacs could be nice.
Let's go with this. A nice floral arrangement ought to lighten up the mood a little bit.
You are too kind.
Ooh, nice.
You will associate my house with flowers, boy.
Yeah, why not? Some roses too. Will it replace those?
I'm sure nobody's going to mind some lovely flowers there.
Oh, I like the lilacs better.
Appreciated, child.
That is no place for flowers. Clean that up.
Okay, well, we have them both now. Ambiance de the... Ooh, petals. Petals scattered, petals shade strewn. I like some petals.
Let's get some undead flower petals over there post haste.
Ooh, look at it. It's so nice. So I assume that also replaces the other one. Let's put the lilacs back.
How about we make an adjustment right over here, if that's okay?
I like the lilacs a little bit better. What are you even going on about? Laurels, lighting, bonework, ominous, towel rack. Ooh. Okay, this stuff is getting expensive down here. Get ourselves a towel rack.
I won't be needing these, but anyone emerging from the pool of sticks might like them, I suppose.
Fresh towels.
That's not of use to anyone.
I think you're right. I don't think that is of use to anyone, but so it goes. Alright, let's get some of these,
Here's the commission.
A drapery.
How about a moody blue color of some sort for the drapery there?
It was perfectly acceptable before.
I like how he disapproves of everything we do. Illuminates the pillar tops. Sure.
All right, house contractor, go do your thing.
Oh, look at him. So well lit. Laurels. Cobalt or Deathly? Let's go with the blue ones.
These decorative laurels ought to give us an appreciable touch of dignity, no doubt.
I could give them. I could put skulls up.
Your earnings on that.
How far am I? I've bought like 5 or 6, right? Getting there. Flames, Promethean.
Let's go with this one then. A bit more mood lighting in the main hall is certainly in order, isn't it?
The light of Ixion is bright enough.
Alright, let's see if there's some cheap options for this other stuff. Oh, just cleaning. I guess that could be good. Seating luxurious.
How about this, contractor? Let us hereby have better seating, on which I shall never rest, you mark my words.
Let's just put a chair there. Okay, let me go see. Let me check to make sure that's working properly. Oh, it might already be done. It is. I got to 31.
The contractor's been plenty busy, thanks to me.
Get myself some diamonds. I can go take care of the other ones now. Or I can go use those diamonds to buy something interesting. I could buy the gateways. I think I will. I mean, like I said, these are probably more useful for individual runs, but I'm so curious what this does. And it's gotta be useful, right? As long as I can get used to it, it's gotta be useful.
Contractor, I would ask that you pursue this job. I'll be excited to see the result.
You need not listen to him, contractor.
You can ignore him. Just ignore him. Alright, I guess it's fine then. I mean, I could get some more decor or cleaning or something. Presumably I'll do it eventually. Man, this lounge still all beat up. I guess I should probably repair it. But it's got character. What was the one I wanted to... Okay, I don't know how much further that'll go. I don't even know if I want to keep that. I think I still like the other option better anyway. Okay, let me check all these to see if there's any that I'm close to. I mean, these ones are just complete their boons, which I'm like 1 or 2 away on all of them. These are legendary boons. That's a while away. It's double boons are a while away, or combo boons. A little far away on that one. This is, okay, sword, hammer, bow, shield, spear. Okay, this is using the hidden aspect, which we have not even unlocked, but we have access to. Okay, fists, gun, and then getting out with each of them. We've done 3. All the ancient aspects. So there's 3 for each to unlock. Oh, these are only the not hidden ones. There's 2 for each, right? So there's 12 here. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, yeah. So it doesn't count the starting ones, which are all Zagreus, or the hidden ones. Well, the starting ones, obviously, and the hidden ones because they don't want to tell you. Alright. This is clearing with all the different things. This is that. Okay. This, we just gotta clear them eventually, which I guess we'll find them eventually. Yeah. This is use all of them at some point, I guess. Lambent's Plume. Oh, it's a that's one of the things that gets a speed boost for Hermes. I don't remember what that is. This does not count the. No, it does, right? Oh, Frostbitten Horn. Yeah, it does. It counts all the god ones too. Oh, Lambent Plume's the Hermes one. I guess. Catch 25 fish. Well, and report. So I guess we'll just find out if we do this eventually. We definitely have only caught not 25 fish. I've caught like maybe 8 total ever. 10 maybe at best. Definitely no more than that. Learn to play the lyre through training and practice. Oh, that gets me 2 ambrosia. That costs the 1 diamond to get it though. Which isn't that bad, but I think I'd rather have to save my diamonds for other stuff. Because it just gets me the ambrosia. Although it might progress one of the side quests too. Maybe I should just buy it. It's okay. Right. time for our second run. I've been doing a lot of side stuff, so we actually stalled a long time. Alright, I guess I'll just hold on to this another run to get it fully leveled. So what do I have to use still? This, and then each of the god ones to get that thing. So I'll have to do that eventually. I could just take them all one by one, I guess. Just to cycle through them to get them all used once. Because I've used the this one in the first run. I could use each of them in the first... for the first run on a bunch of different runs. That's probably the better option. Because I don't really need the acorn for... Fates. Or sorry, Fury's fight. I mean, it's useful, but I don't think well, hopefully I won't need it. And eventually it'll be fully ranked. So what should I start with then? I should probably just start taking these to start with. Oh, Hermes, he doesn't give you one that gets a him boon, which makes sense. You don't, because as I've mentioned, Hermes boons are all utility, so it's not really good to build. It's hard to build around. It just gives you dodge chance and move speed each time you. Wait. I never actually read this. I just assumed it was the same as all the other god boons, but it's not. That's actually each time you quickly clear an encounter. Okay. But if we take that early, that's actually huge. Just it's a bunch of move speed and dodge chance, just regardless. Oh, shield. I'm tempted to ignore this. I don't want to use a shield. I don't want to use a shield right now. Okay, well, we'll take it. I gotta just use them all and be comfortable with them all. Let's see if we got a better. Oh, I do have Blitz Disc. I did like that a little bit better than the aspect of chaos. Yeah, maybe I'm okay with that then. Oh, it's kind of hard to clear quickly with the shield, though. Alright, I'm trying to remember. This is just normal. I can dash, attack. Alright, and I can bull rush. And I can just keep attacking. This just goes out, and then I can call it back. It just comes back to me. Alright. That's good enough. Oh, I've cleared it with one heat. Oh, with the Blitz Disc, I think. Okay, we have not cleared it with... I still have 2 empty there. So that's one I could eventually do just to get the extra ambrosia and hope I could clear the sticks. But, alternatively, I could jump it to 80. That's crazy. I would require so much money to buy anything. Maybe still the best option, though, because it's the easiest to play around. Like, I just ignore shops. Especially if they give me an option on the shop floors. Even the final ones, I can just ignore it. Could also start taking, I could start trying benefits package.
You should turn the heat gauge so high to earn those bounties.
Yeah, I was just, I could just try doing that to see, to start clearing out that one prophecy. I don't know how dangerous it'll be, though. They seem kind of sketchy. So the other one I was thinking about, if I take lots of boons... Underworld Custom seems like it'd be okay, because it's 2 heat, which is nice. We just have to purge a boon. So if I just am constantly taking boons, I usually have one that I don't mind getting rid of. Although, it might depend. If it's still based on the fountain, where it's random, it could be annoying, because it might not give me the ones I want. What does this do? All effects restore less of your life total. As long as I don't get hit, that's fine. That's true of everything, though. Bonus damage. More enemies. This might be okay. It makes it harder to clear the encounters quickly for my trinket. But, I mean, generally, I find that AoE, like, having more enemies is not too bad because, like, you're just kind of clearing a bunch of stuff out anyway. Usually you're trying to, like, just clear a bunch of mobs out, and then a few extra mobs isn't going to matter. That's probably fine.
That ought to liven things up.
At least we'll get a bunch of new stuff. Alright, hammer. After your special hits, is that just after the Blitz Disc hits at all? Because we can just have it constantly hitting. Dash Strike, I mean, I want to take one of these two. Well, also, I hate the Bull Rush anyway. I'm so bad at using it properly. But if this is just any Blitz Disc, then as long as I just throw it out, that just means I'm getting plus 80% damage constantly. That seems huge with the Blitz Disc. Dash Strike is fine, but I think I'm gonna take this. Let's just see if it works.
He just grows stronger.
That proc, it did. I also didn't hit the special at all. Okay, so I wonder how it probably is marked. It probably shows the feather is probably glowing for a certain amount of time on my screen, but I didn't look at it. Oh yeah, it has a clock there.
Ready, Aegis?
Okay. These early floors, it's easy to get that at least. There's a Chaos Gate here. Oh, the thing goes around me. That's what that swirly was probably the buffed attack from the hammer. Oh, my health is so low right now. It would be nice to take a heart. I kind of want to take the Chaos Gate though right now. We'll take it.
Might as well.
Should be okay.
You have that all-seeing artifact of mine, but in the old guise that the great Lord Zeus once used when he retaliated violently against his parentage. I watched his movements through it for some time.
Oh. Dash Strike, increased damage. Eh. Oh, 20% chance, well, 18% chance for rare boons. Oh, I haven't cast at all. This doesn't even hurt me. I just gotta not cast for another few fights. Small dash. Okay, we're taking this one. Just buff our rare chance. Okay. Poison. Trying to remember. Okay. Zeus boons make lightning strike, or it gives me a zap cast, which I wouldn't use, but is fine. This will give me either Festive Fog or Poison. If I can get Poison on like the special, that's probably actually better than the bolts. Although the bolts are also fine, they just are constantly hitting. It's just more damage. But Poison, because the Blitz Disc hits a lot. Although that's good with this actually, if it's hitting often. This is hard. I do generally like Poison, but I'm kind of trying to kill quickly, and Poison's a little bit slower. Poison builds up, but it's a lot slower just to do the damage. This is probably faster damage if I can be hitting it enough, which if I get like special, I'll probably be hitting it plenty.
Come try me. Easy.
Oh boy. We gotta clear it soon. Got it. Got the Hermes buff. Just barely. I keep having to look at the thing. I'm up to 3%. Nice.
My brothers Hades and Poseidon once fought bravely by my side. You know that, don't you, nephew? We prevailed against the Titans.
Yeah, your parents, the
established
Titans.
law upon the
One,
earth.
including Cronus, who ate
Your
you.
father then descended to the land of death, and we've not seen much of each other since.
Because you sent him there. Attack him as chain lightning. Oh, the attack does do chain lightning. The special, though, is bolts. Which is probably fine. Dash bolt is eh. Chain lightning on the attack is okay, although it doesn't... I think I'd rather have this. Because this just means our Blitz Disc is just blasting, and whenever it hits, it just does a bunch of blasts. Because it hits so quickly. Well, it's not like extremely rapid, but it's fast enough that it's going to be doing a bunch of blasts. So it's a bunch of extra damage. Do I even want gems? I'm tempted to just reroll this immediately. Gems don't give me anything bonus right now, right? But it's still going to be low, I think. The reroll I don't think changes the like level of it. I think it just changes what you got on the table. Whatever. It's fine. This room is not gonna get clear. I forgot! I used my cast on accident. I wasn't thinking. I took a 5 damage for it. Got a heal. Okay, I might have to take this heal, unfortunately. I'm getting kind of low. I don't like having to take that heal. Well, at least we got the Hermes buff, though. Okay, money's good. I like money. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, I gotta clean this room. Ah, I lost it. What am I missing? No Hermes buff. Man, it's really fast. You have to clear it. I wonder if it scales based on the room at all. Like, there's some rooms where that's just not going to be possible. It's just way too slow. Right. Kind of eating a lot of damage for no real reason, but I guess it's fine. Okay, we can cast again.
I thought for certain you were well on your way out of there last time, nephew.
I mean, I was.
But no matter. We'll just get you on another voyage
Yeah,
to the top.
we've escaped 4 times now. They're like, man, what's wrong with you? I feel like you should have escaped so many times by now. It's just a bunch of reward stuff. Okay, we'd probably take Tempest Strike. It's only 30%, but... Oh, wait, it knocks back too, though. I don't know if I want the knockback. I don't know if that was the right choice, actually. I might have just wanted to take the rewards. Because the knock... Oh, requires 5 heat. Okay.
I need to power up the Pact of Punishment back home.
That's what the Erebus gates are. Okay. Well, we can't even use them until we get high enough heat. Good to know. Good to know.
Vast riches.
I really would like some Centaur hearts. This is not the end of the floor. We need 420 anyway. Okay, well maybe we can replace this attack eventually. We'll probably get an option.
I'll break you again.
Alright, I'm just bouncing stuff around with this hit, but I guess that's fine. The knockback's not great. Knockback's not that helpful.
Simon spoke to you already, didn't he? All bluster, muscles, and bravado, that one. I'm glad you're not the type.
Okay. Oh, epics, all epics. That's right, we have... Alright, don't like the cast. Passion Dash is okay. None of these are great. Dying Element's okay. Guess I take Passion Dash just for the dash damage and the weak. It's acceptable dash.
Love and loss.
I'll give these wretches not a minute more.
Can I can't clear this room any faster. Oh, it does kind of scale though. It looks like it's gonna give it to me regardless. Oh boy. Honestly, I should probably just be blitz disking and just kiting.
A few more moments.
The blitz disc is doing so much damage as it is. If I can just chase, just drag it around into everything. Okay, we don't really need the money. Ooh, that's a heal. We like that. I wonder if that counts as an encounter too. Probably not. Probably take the boon here though. Oh, is this the last room though? No, it's not. I don't think, right? We have one more room before. Oh yeah, it's not a shop.
Nobody gets
Does
out
not
of
count
here,
as an
whether
encounter.
alive
Makes
or
sense.
dead.
Alright. Let's get our heal. This should be a full heal.
There we are.
Nice. See, a full heal and a bunch of darkness. We like that. Alright. I mean, Dionysus Spoon should be fine. We're okay with this. So maybe I just use the attack as a keep away, although we get so much bonus damage after we hit the Blitz Disc. Alright, as long as I'm moving around carefully, actually, I don't necessarily need to worry about the knockback is okay. I just don't want to be spamming it. I just want to be using it as big hits after the Blitz Disc because I get a bunch of bonus damage. Yeah, this works. Did I trigger? Was it too slow? Oh, the reason though is because I want to go fast for this. I don't think I got it this round. Still. I still think it's probably safer the other way. That's fine.
Here, man. It's been a bit of a long haul, but you are getting closer to the surface, and you'll get there someday. And we'll.
They're all trying to be so encouraging.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the Festive Fog. Ooh, Premium Vintage is not bad. It's just a health buff and some nectar. Positive Outlook's okay. I might just take the Trippy shot. Festive Fog is nice just for area control, along with the shield. Yeah, sure. There's nectar though. Imagine if I had taken the freaking... That would have been so much better. Ugh. Tragedy. I mean, I still take the nectar. But it would have been so nice. Ah, I should have taken it. Regrets. What? I gotta go fast. Oh, it's too slow. Barely too slow. I mean, I'm not getting hit, so at least we're getting that. I don't know if we got, we've missed out on maybe 5 or 6. No, not that many, I guess. We're at 7. And not all those chambers were encounters, so we missed out on, yeah, probably like 4, I think. It's unfortunate.
Should help keep me going.
Ooh. Okay, well now my chaos benefit becomes useless. But exclusive access is so good. It's got to be the right choice here. Oh, Rupture would be nice with our knockback. If we see more Poseidon boons though, we'll probably get it. This just makes all of our boons extremely strong, right? Like this has got to be the correct choice.
Combined power.
Alright, no health necessary. Okay. Well now my chaos boon is useless, although it got me a little bit of value. Which is fine. It just means like I didn't go there basically, because I also had fully healed.
I still have not
Man,
forgiven you
Electos
for beating
again.
me last time.
I mean,
Call
just
it a
like
crippling
an hour
character
ago.
flaw. I don't know.
Forgiveness can take time, though self-reflection is a healthy step. We're making progress.
Do
Okay.
you think we're making progress? Here? Oh, you piece of trash.
Piece of trash.
I'll show you progress.
Oh, I got the dodge right off the bat.
Come closer.
Come on, Blitz Disc. Get back here. Let's just get her. Let's just get her. Alright. Third shield. Just walked right into that. I walked right into that. I was like, I'm kind of eating a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter. I knew I had the kill there. Thank you. Oh, that's right. We're on a new heat level. I don't get the heal. The heal in the darkness. That's unfortunate. All right. This lambent plume is nice, actually. Man, imagine if, So, okay, the most encounters we can get by the end is like 25 to 30 somewhere at max. But imagine if we got it on for everyone. You'd be just dodging so much. That's not going to happen. But I might be able to get it up to like 15 by the end. And that would be nice. Like, even just a 15% dodge and move speed increase is like hefty. I could sell Passion Dash. I don't really feel like I need it.
Should I take the
That's
trade?
a lot of money. I wonder if the duo boon counts for both of them. So that I wouldn't lose any of this buff. I'm tempted to find out. Current bonus damage 20%. 2.5. So I have 8 different boons. So Poseidon. That doesn't seem right. Does it count chaos, I guess? Oh no, right. I have +5, so it's 4 different. I keep forgetting it's 4. I have 4. Poseidon, Zeus, yeah, Dionysus, Aphrodite. Okay, Chaos does not count. So if I remove the Passion Dash, I don't know, is Passion Dash helping me? I'm getting a little bit of value off it, I guess, but I don't think it's that important. And it is 150 money. It's a lot, actually. That's just almost, not quite, that's almost another boon that I buy at a shop.
Could use the extra coin.
Let's see if this counted. I'm also just curious if this counts. It does not. The duo boon does not count. Okay, so I lost 5% damage on that also. But now we know. If I see another Aphrodite boon, then it's worth it. Then I also get the damage buff, so that's something to keep in mind. Again, I don't think I wasn't dead set on the Passion Dash, so I'm okay with that, with losing it. Especially because now all of our boons are minimum epic anyway, so any dash boon we find is going to be epic also. Ooh, health is good. Please stop dodging. So much knockback. Please stop dodging. Ugh, there's no way I'm clearing this room in time. Alright, this room's dead. Oh, I got it! I got it like the last possible second. That's crazy. I did not think I was clearing in time. Alright, money. I'm okay with money. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Just gotta keep the fog and the special out at all times. Okay, this room's not cleared in time. Too many respawns. That's big. We're doing a lot of damage there. So we're basically just playing like the area denial game. We're playing a zoning game, basically, where I'm just throwing stuff out constantly. I'm just trying to keep as many areas covered as possible. Ow, that hit there. Come on.
I'll just take that.
Chaos Gate. I don't think I want it. It's just gonna be too much health, yeah. Oh, duo boon. Or more health. Ooh, duo boon. Double boon seems like I have to take it here. It's gonna be kind of sketchy health-wise, but I think it'll be okay. Timer doesn't start until I pick it, I guess. Ooh, there's a chest here too. Gotta remember that.
Looks like I've got a choice to make.
I think we take Poseidon. I think Dionysus is a little bit easier to deal with. These all epic boons are nice. Ooh, Razor Shoals is nice. Yes.
Way to spoil the feast there, Zag. I mean, come on. I thought it was your mate. Was I mistaken, man?
Man. Okay, it does start the timer.
I ain't get him, I guess.
So in danger. Gotta watch out for the purple. The problem is my poison fog makes it so hard to see the purple zones. Where are you? Oh, respawns. There's death fight. Okay, this is a little sketchy. I need to be careful not to die. Alright. Time's not happening. I just need to not die here. I'm just gonna get through the room. That's not great. Alright. Nearly died. But only nearly.
Because I already did. I mean, it happens, right?
Just good luck on the run. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Okay. Strong drink. I've already missed 2 fountains on strong drink, so I don't think I care that much about it. 20% at 40% is below is nice. We're poison on the dash. Strong drink is nice. It means that the fountains are all good, and also this is a guaranteed 10%. Oh no, we get a fountain in Tartarus, or in Styx also. So we missed 2 fountains already because we got a fountain room. The problem is we're only guaranteed 3 more. That's still 15% bonus damage, which actually is not bad. If we can find other fountains, up to 2 other fountains along the way, which is unlikely, we can get up to 25% bonus damage, which would be nice. It also just means the fountains are big full heals, which is usually they're enough that we don't worry about that, but it is something. Positive Outlook gives us 20% damage reduction at 40% or below. Our health is a little over 100 right now. So during Stubborn Defiance range, it just gives us an extra 20% health, and including the Stubborn Defiance itself, that means we're taking 20% less damage for about 80% worth of our health, which means a damage reduction of about, well, it effectively increases our health by a 16%, which means an extra like 12 damage or 12 HP for each time that we cycle through all the way down to death. But of course, every time we hit Stubborn Defiance, it counts, it's getting value. Every time we take damage below 40, it also is getting value. It's not a huge health increase, but over time it is a decent amount of, it could add up. But of course, I think we do need more damage right now, where our damage is very slow, because it's all just area control. So maybe Drunken Dash is better, or just Strong Drink for bonus damage. Guaranteed 15% off the Strong Drink bonus damage. Hangover damage is 4 every half second. For 4 seconds. Can stack up to 5 times. So one stack, each stack is 32 damage. We are dashing a lot. And this would give us the option on more Dionysus boons to get things that give Hangover to our Fog. Or make Hangover in the... I don't remember what the boon is. I think I'll just take this and try to build off of it.
Got to keep pushing.
Just makes... It gives our air control extra value now. Could actually take the shot, but I don't think I will. I think I take the boon. We're going to need the money for the final shop anyway. Which is not this one. Of course I got instantly bopped.
Power couple.
Really need to arrange this correctly. There we go. That's where I want it. Now I'm just getting constant. Okay. Let's get that. There we go. Deathify. Okay, no problem. So as long as we're able to focus our damage, it hits pretty hard. It's just hard to focus it because it's so all over the place. Lightning also makes foes jolted is not bad. 154 vengeance damage is not bad. It's 110 jolt damage too. I think it's got to be this. It just, as long as we keep hitting them with the shield, they just keep taking big chunks of damage every time they attack. Ooh, Hermes. We're up to 8%. If I can get to 15 by the end, that'll be good, like I said. 10 is also okay, which we're almost there already. Might be hard.
Do your worst.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Got it. Oh, my health is still just so low. Not much I can do about that, though.
Looks like time's hit you hard since last we had a run-in, cuz. Well, when life is tough, just hurry through the rubbish bits, I say.
Yeah, that's okay. Sure. Oof, 16 money. Special's faster. Attack speed's faster. How many chambers we got? Another like 15. So that's like another 240-ish, a little over 200. Could be worth it. I wonder what special's faster means. Does it move faster? That could be okay, because it is. We are kind of having to drag it a lot. Although it is nice to be able to kite it, our own special. But the going out is kind of slow. It would be nice if it came back faster too, because sometimes it's far away and I want it back to throw it again. If it's an attack speed increase, if it procs faster, that's huge. But I don't think that's what it is. Although, I don't know. This doesn't matter too much. I'm not spamming it. I mean, I am spamming the attack, but I don't think it's as important. Let's see.
The haste of Hermes.
I think the attack speed's the same. Does it travel faster? Maybe. It's hard to tell. Of course, 10. Okay, these gates are irrelevant so far. I think the smallest one is 5. I think it's probably based on the floor we're on. I think I take the heart here. Oh, none of our stuff is leveled up. I think leveling up a lot of them could be good. Especially because they're epic, a lot of the epic ones to begin with. But I need the health. And we're guaranteed epic boons. And one level is not worth that much. I'd rather just get My boons are all pretty decent. Ooh, there's a fish here. Go. Okay, actually the attack speed, the movement speed on the attack being faster is kind of nice. Nice. We're at 6 HP. I probably should try to proc. The problem is it's hard to time the Stubborn Defiance on purpose when I'm also just trying to clear quickly for this. We're up to 10% though.
Come forth, fishes.
That means we're dodging 1 in 10. That's not bad. And we're also just moving fast. Another crustacean. Right, what do we got here? Zeus. Oh, this might be final shop. Oh, I can't remember the number for the shop. Does it ever show up on a triple boon or triple option? 12. I don't think so. I think it's like 12. I think we have like another room before it. I don't. It would be 10. I don't. That can't be right. It's gotta be one. I gotta have one more before it. Nope, that's it. Okay. Oh, well, we have a lot of money for later now. Zeus boon is fine.
Oh yes.
You know what? I mean, this is double boon, so we're gonna take it anyway. Look at all these rare epics. Okay, this epic. I mean, this one is again. I don't like it that much. This is not bad. This just because we're already bolting so often that just means like 1/3 of the time we get an extra bolt. So basically, we're getting it's 30% increase on our bolt rate when we're just hitting with the shield a bunch. So that's like a 33% damage increase on the bolt. But actually the jolt is probably what's getting us a chunk of damage also off the bolts. And besides, this just gives us extra bolts off the fog, which is what we want because it means our fog, because right now our fog is only doing damage on the hit and then it's just stunning, which the stun is good but doesn't do damage, but this means it also does damage. And also it's a duo boon that we don't have, so kind of just need to take it out of principle. This fight should actually be pretty easy because it's all we have so much area control. We're just spamming stuff down. The head's like stuff should just blow up around us. Ow. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit over every second. It's like every 2/3 of a second or so. Look how fast these heads blow up. Oh, my special's not back yet. So I gotta remember to call it back when I'm moving targets. Okay, there's the death fire. That's a little sketchy. Gotta be careful. Fine, we're fine. That should just kill you. Gotta be careful, our health's not looking so high. Fine. Oh boy, that's not great. I gotta play range. Oh! Oh wow, the feather only ended right then. I was actually very close to getting the feather for that room. I was just really scared because I was about to die. Oh my goodness, that was closer than that's the closest Hydra fight I've had actually in a long time. It's kind of sketchy.
How could you, boy? That Hydra had a family.
Not in the mood for your jesting, father. My keepsakes.
Health would be nice, especially since I skipped that shot.
Worth giving up.
No. I need the health though. How long is 47 health gonna last me? Probably not worth it. It's probably fine. We have our stubborn defiances now.
Yes.
I don't know, man. If I'm hitting damage, we're actually, the damage output is fine as long as all the stuff is coordinated, but it's a little bit hard to place, and it's very hard to keep track of mentally. It's just hard to keep track of myself and not die for it. Ooh, we get, okay, as mentioned, Aphrodite gets us bonus damage here. Because we're at 4, that would be the 5th one. Health would be nice though, but maybe I just take Aphrodite for the bonus damage. And, you know, whatever else she gives us. Where's the others? Where are you? Hello? There you are. Oh, we're not gonna get the... Oh my goodness. Well, this room is dead as far as the feather's concerned. Taking a lot of damage here. Not gonna do this.
Over there. Olympus, I accept this message.
Aphrodite's aid. Life affirmation. It's a little late for that. So I guess I just take Distant League. I'm not that close to enemies mostly. I'm mostly dying. Getting hit by range damage. Although I guess I'm getting hit close up sometimes. Aphrodite's aid is nice. It's actually nice. It's not great against regular things, but against bosses it's actually kind of nice because the greater call is just a huge, huge damage burst. It's not actually a bad call for damage. Different League might just be a better option though, just to try to mitigate some more damage. Life Affirmation would have been nice early. I don't know, I'm not convinced that that's correct. I kind of think, ooh, jeez. Let's take the hammer for sure. I kind of think the call might have been the right choice, because I do kind of need a call, and that is not a bad call. I hate this. Let's just kite them around. Just keep running. And our shields will blast them all. Our shield and our poison.
Bring it.
Let's go. Okay, I couldn't get the feather for this room, but that's not a surprise because this room sucks, and I'm not about to take 1,000,000 damage just to try to get the feather in this room. Attack hits twice. Special deals 50 damage to foes around you when you catch it. Okay, we're not catching that often, but that's kind of nifty. And it's the one thing we don't have, and these other two are also mostly irrelevant. I wonder though if this, I wonder if this overrides the knockback from Tempest Strike. No, it must not, because normal things that don't knock back, this adds knockback to. So the thing is, it would make sense if it did override it, because if it's just like a multiplier. But I don't think it is. It probably just sets this weapon to not knock back, but the boon makes weapons knock back even the attacks that don't normally knock back on other weapons as well. So I imagine it doesn't do much, and in that case the double attack is even less meaningful because it'll knock him back and then not hit him. So let's just take this. Just gives us more damage when the special comes back to us.
Not too heavy.
I can just do this. Ooh, touch of sticks dark. Ooh, it's very early though. I mean, we're still gonna take it. But it's probably not gonna last us all the way through.
Ah. Yes, what is it this time?
Just checking up on you, sir.
Well, then it's yours.
We could take the shop to dodge a thing, although we could also just get more Dionysus. It's probably the better option. Skipping one encounter is probably not worth it, especially because if I can do it fast, I can get another feather proc, although they're getting harder and harder to hit.
Come forth and be swatted, deadly butterflies.
Butterfly ball's down. We're not getting the feather. There goes the feather. I kind of want to die here. Now that the feather's gone anyway, I kind of want to reset my touch of sticks. Come on. There it is. Die. Look at that touch of sticks, up to 104.
Olympus, I accept this message.
There's the legendary blackout. Fog combo damage. Hangover afflicted foes take bonus damage in festive fog. That's nice. Attack inflicting hangover would be interesting. Oh, we want more hangover now though if we hit this. We have plenty of fog going out. I actually kind of would like more casts actually. The casts are kind of slow for our fog right now. We're still getting out like 1.5 at a time. But it'd be nice to have more. To just be able to constantly chuck it. But that requires other stuff. Hermes boon. Chaos boon. Anyway. Well, speaking of Hermes, I guess I might be able to get an extra cast. I think he gives, or oh no, he uses free charge time. That would work too. Right now it's only our dash inflicting hangover. This last one. Oh, we're not getting the feather. Well, we tried. Well, our build is too slow to be getting the feather consistently, unfortunately, but so it goes.
In the name of Hades.
This is great for our your cast deals 50% extra damage to foes without the cast in them. Our cast doesn't stick. This is literally just means our cast does 50% extra damage, which is huge. That's so easy. Oh my goodness. 3 bonus, the epic reflex gives you 3 bonus dash charges. We would just be dashing constantly. Like you literally could just dash the whole time. They like regenerate as fast as you use them. That'd be crazy. I would take that if it weren't for the fact this is legendary. I mean, well, this is legendary, although that doesn't matter actually because I've taken this before, I guess. Because I don't need to take it for the prophecy. But this is just so good for, just means our cast does an extra 50% damage. Just always. Even, it says first shot damage, but really it's every shot damage because our cast doesn't stick. Because it's Festive Fog. Let me look at the, yeah, we've taken it before. Greater Recall's the other one that we haven't taken, because it's on the other cast type. Alright. Palm Tempting, because none of our stuff's leveled, so it would be a big difference on whatever we leveled. But more health, I think, is probably better, especially with our Touch of Sticks Dark. If I can get it to last. Not counting on. Okay, just gonna be throwing casts out constantly. I honestly don't even know if I'm bothering attacking, like, because it knocks them out of the cast, which is so much worse. Like, and I'm getting poison damage off the fog. I don't even think I use my attack. Unless it's to knock him into a cast or something, or into the fog. Or just a random other enemy. Ah, I was so close to getting it. Oh, never mind. There's a whole other. There's more respawns. That was not that close.
Strength of the centaurs.
Okay, now I do probably take the palm. We have so much money already. I mean, more money is never bad because sticks. Money is very useful in sticks also. I really, man. If only the bolts also do extra damage. It'd be insane. So close on the plume every time, I feel like, but... Well, not really that close. We're still kind of far every time. The damage I'm doing is actually pretty okay. It's just that it's kind of slow because it's a bunch of dots. It's like based on stun locking them a lot, or just area control.
Power of Olympus.
Bigger jolt damage. Bigger... This is only a 25% increase on the hangover damage, which isn't even that much of our damage, I don't think. It's a little hard to break down the damage we're doing. That's nice. I think it's the jolt. Ugh. It's only 36 extra jolt damage though, and it's not like jolt triggers off of every lightning bolt. Like, man, if I could get extra damage on the bolts, that would be huge. I don't know. This is actually percentage-wise a bigger increase, but I don't think... Oh, I wonder if it counts the, what does the duo boon say? Or the legendary boon say? Fuck, take bonus damage. Oh, is it just bonus any damage, or is it... I wonder. Well, they're already taking bolt damage in there, so if it counts that, then it's fine. But it doesn't... It's not the hangover damage. Although the hangover damage maybe is counted, but it's not really the important part. These are all kind of small. This one's probably the biggest one, though. It is a 25% increase just on hangover damage. As long as I'm getting lots of hangover procs, it's probably fine. It goes from 32 per stack to 40 per stack. Which means it goes from, 160 to 200. Oh, no, it stacks 5 times. 192 to 250. Wait, no, 100. My math is wrong. It's 160 to... my brain is falling apart. damage. They're not Jolt only triggers when they actually attack. Harms nearby foes too, though. Not that that matters that much. It's probably Drunken Dash. It's probably the best option. Damage reduction could be okay too, but it's only a 3% extra. Probably take Zeus Boon here. See if we can get some extra lightning stuff. So basically, I should just be throwing stuff and then targeting something else with my attacks. Like this. And letting the area zone stuff kill the things that I hit in the first place.
Look what I found.
Oh, did I get the feather too? Well, I didn't get a trigger, I don't. Or did I just get it? And then it also leveled up? I wonder what the level up does, though. It doesn't... Maybe it's increases by 2% now? That'd be huge. That's a huge change. But it doesn't say here.
I accept this message.
I don't like Zeus's aid. High voltage. Actually, that's probably pretty good. 84% area of effect increase. So the radius is increasing by like 90%. No. It's squaring it. So whatever the square root of that. Oh my goodness, my math is falling apart. I'm too busy. My brain is. But this is probably worth it. We're getting lots of lightning bolts, so bigger lightning bolts just means more damage in their areas. That's probably fine. Like the fog lightning bolt gets bigger too. Oh, it's not proccing them. I guess it doesn't do it while we're here. Oh, this is the final shop. So we take this shop for sure. Hope we get something good. No heal is sketchy.
Just what I need.
Okay, Aphrodite's aid we take now for sure.
Fabulous.
Attack damage buff doesn't really matter. Bolt damage increase is good. That's what we were looking for. Look, that's 12 extra damage on each bolt, and we're hitting bolts often as long as it's hitting. So that's huge. That's definitely what we take. Take this for the tiny heal. Yeah.
On my authority.
18 heal. Okay, well, nice thing is our damage does not care about his shield very much. It's just going to be constantly out here. It's dangerous. The thing is we just got to not get hit. Our knockback is not a problem though, at least. DC is already at half? Oh, it went for Asterius? I swear. I needed to wait that out. Okay, that's fine. It's interesting we have God Zeus. Asterius is already dead. Asterius is weak. Okay. Like I said, the nice thing about this fight with our current build is it does not care about plus 1.1. Okay, that's how much it increases by now. Oh, we were at 11 before, so it's like we cleared 10 rooms before. This is actually a number we could get even with our current version of Plume. Presumably the final version though is 1.2. That makes sense. Coming up to 2 and 3 would have been crazy. That would have been nutty. Even this is already huge. But yeah, the nice thing about that fight for us is our damage did not care about the shield, and also did not care about like that there are 2 of them. We're focusing on them. It just hits everything constantly. So, and it indeed, we just killed Theseus so quickly because his shield wasn't protecting him, and he just blew up.
Cerberus is patiently at work instead of resting here.
Good boy, Cerberus. Alright, we're keeping this plume. If only I had checked this first, I could have gotten the health. I don't know how much the fountain would have healed us anyway, but that's tempting. Although 400 gets us like 2 things in here. This costs 140. That puts us like 370. With the money we'll get in the chambers, that should still put us up enough to buy the 2 cheap things. What's our touch of sticks at? 9. Oh, we gotta get it in the first chamber. Oh boy, that's not likely. Unfortunately, I mean, we can hope. If we can get it first chamber, that'll be so good. Okay, I'm skipping this.
So close.
Okay, let's hope we can get it first chamber and carry our touch of sticks dark to the final. That would be so huge.
The Underworld's entryway.
There's all our money for this chamber. Ooh, there's a third one. We picked up like a bunch of money right there. Fishing. Oh, instant. Scuffer. So scuffed. Right, let's see what our shop's got.
Something I can use.
I don't want this though. I like my hammers too much. Right? Okay, the Empower and Flight is kind of whatever because I'm not using it anymore. Actually, this isn't that big a deal either. I'm not using them, either of them, that much because I'm not attacking. It's tempting. This is a better value. These are all better value though, probably. Well, we'll get some money and we'll see where we end up.
Where to?
I think I go for the heart first, right? Ooh, Rupture could be nice. Oh, wait, did I get Rupture already? I did. I got... Okay, we don't really care about much there, then. Oh, and we're not hitting with Rupture that much anyway. Ooh, I guess I should be hitting with the attack. Because we do get bonus damage on it. Oh, actually, it'll be fine against Hades, because Hades won't get knocked out. Against bosses, it's fine. It's just not good against random enemies, because we keep knocking them around. Although, in these tiny rooms, it's fine, too, because the wall slam is perfectly acceptable. I don't think I care about any of the other Poseidon moons, really. A lot of them are treasure, which is meaningless. Heart is probably good. The health or the money would be good, too. If I had to pick one, though, hoping that we get it first try. A little bit more money gets me... We'll get enough money to get this and this, I think, from this chamber. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. That would be fine. Double palm and this is plenty. This would be tempting, but probably not worth it. Oh, it does get us 2 buffs, but it's not necessarily things that'll help us at all. A lot of the... I think a lot of the shield buffs aren't really that helpful. So I need 590, 130 to get both of these. I might have to take money to get that. But then if I take the heart, I don't need this. Well, I mean, I still would take it. But the heart, it is just a free heart. So the value on the heart is already higher. It's going to give me... I'm going to get... This is not going to be as much 175. So this is still just better for what we're doing. Oh, I could re-roll something too. I could re-roll this, actually.
Give me another.
Okay. Definitely don't care about that. I got poison too. You guys aren't the only ones with poison in here. I gotta be... The thing is, I gotta just be chucking all my stuff out and really trying to dodge a lot. Alright. Alright, we're good, we're good. Just gotta keep chucking things out as fast as possible. Look at these, like just 200 damage per bomb when it hits. It's so much. this room is not it, unfortunately.
How many now?
Did I get the feather? I did. Did I get the feather in the other rooms too? No, only the last room counts for that. I guess that makes sense. That was only 4. We might be able to. If we can get on round 2, I think we actually might still get it.
Down the chute.
I never remember how many rooms are in these things.
A moment's rest.
Alright, now we take money, right? Because money definitely gets us to double palm and heart and health. Please be the final. Yeah, okay, this one doesn't have a timer. It's only the last room that counts. Makes sense. It'd be too busted.
Hey, money.
Hey, money. I mean, so far so good. We haven't taken much damage in these rooms. I say as I'm sure I will promptly explode. Just because these rooms are actually easy for our build because we just cover the floor with damage and there's nothing they can do. They have nowhere to hide. Ow. Alright, please. We have 1 encounter left. Please, please, please. Oh, never punished. Never punished.
Whatever this stuff is.
Oh. Oh, beautiful. Never punished. We get it for the boss fight. That's so good. Okay, how much money we got? 819. That's a lot, actually. Does that get us all 3? That gets us... Okay. 420 plus 210 is 630. 705. That gets us all 3 of those. Or... The anvil. Although I don't think I want the anvil. I think I just take these 3. But the anvil plus these 2 would be 805. So I could just take those 2. Oh, this together is the same price as this. Wait, this is 805 also then. Yeah, it is. I just did my math wrong. Okay. I don't think I take the anvil. This. Oh my goodness. It's already doing 200 damage. So this will get it to like 400 damage per fog. If all the buffs I'm getting are multiplicative, which I think they are, but I don't know. I can't remember what they all are. That's also a lot of extra damage. Both of these are a bunch of extra damage also, but this is how we're getting huge chunks of our damage. This is, I mean, that's nice, but this is double, and it's gotta be this. It's gotta be.
Pleasure doing business.
Special. What's our current special? Oh, no, we're not replacing bolts. Dying Lament doesn't help against Hades, really. Wave of Despair could, I guess. Yeah. Wave of Despair. Dying Lament doesn't really help against Hades. It's perfectly fine, but it doesn't really do much.
Thus has the prince again persuaded fearsome Cerberus to get out of his way.
Alright. Just gotta play, make sure we don't get hit, just keep our damage flying. We have 13% dodge chance and move speed. That's huge. Like I said, we didn't quite reach 15, but like anything over 10 is just like guaranteed dodge chance. It's pretty solid. And we have our Touch of Styx Dark. This is a run to lose for sure. I mean, this is my run to lose, and I believe I can lose it. We will see though.
You're never late, Father.
Ah, but there you are, boy, finally. Despite my knowing you are always late for everything, Here you've outdone yourself by quite some time.
Oh, shut up and get your fork. Burn away that regal cape and let's get to this.
Shut up and get your fork and burn away that regal cape.
Must have a whole entire storage chamber full of them.
That's true. He burns them every time we fight. That's. I didn't think about that, but also shut up and get your fork.
Your mockery of me may temporarily embolden you, but achieves nothing useful in the end.
Alright, let's do this. Let's hope I can hit this opening fog. Oh, it's not gonna hit. That hits though. Ow! Gotta keep the rupture on him too when I can. Just for the extra damage. Man, the damage output's not bad.
You're going to love this.
Face me yourself.
I'm just taking so much damage to all that random stuff. Alright, everything's mostly cleared now, so. Alright, phase 2. We should be okay. Our burst damage is so high as long as I'm focusing him down with everything.
I shall not fall for you again.
Ow.
Oh, it shall be my pleasure.
Ow. Oh, that fucked that. Faster fog should be able to hit. Ow. Missed though. Dodge, thank goodness for the dodge. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, didn't matter. The, yeah, the Touch Sticks Dark looked like it mattered. It was close, though. I might have been able to get through without it, but it would have been hard. But with it, it was not that bad. And I also biffed my Greater Call. I sent it way too early, but it didn't matter.
You shall not.
No problem. Alright, 2 completed runs today. You know, not bad, not bad. Both runs complete. We had a lot of good boons that got us there. Look at our full boon panel, including 2 legendaries, 2 duos, both strong duos and legendaries also. Because there's some duos that aren't great, but these were both good. I mean, this was like our Festive Fog was just doing so much. Our big chunks of damage were very, very hefty. It was very nice.
Beyond the frozen overlook and all that.
Alright, made it up to Greece again. Now let's go see Mom one last time for today.
So bright.
Is that you?
Oh, it is really bright. Hello, Mother.
Son, I have to ask you, how much do you know about your relatives upon Olympus?
They're very fickle.
I know quite a bit by now. I've been in steady contact with Athena, Zeus, and other members of the family ever since I first left.
This is the only 2 that are guaranteed.
They've been assisting me in getting here.
At this point, because those are the only 2 scripted ones, I think. Although I think it's basically guaranteed you've encountered all of them at this point. But Athena is the first one, I think, always. Because she's always the first one to open, and then I think Zeus is always the second one also. I don't know for sure, though.
No. Zagreus, what have you done? You've led them here?
No, Nyx has us covered.
No, they think I'm trying to escape from Father so that I can join them on their mountaintop. At least I think that's what they think. Most of them, anyway.
But then, does Hades know of this? That Olympus is involved?
Yeah, he knows.
He does. Both he and Nyx. In fact, it's Nyx who put me and Olympus into contact.
And she's also the one covering us and keeping them from seeing you.
So Nyx and Hades are against each other then? And Olympus is helping you? But they don't know I'm here as far as you're aware.
That's right, more or less. Nyx and Father seem to put up with each other. Don't seem to have much of a choice. Though ever since I learned of you, Nyx has been helping me to find you, while Father's tried to stop me.
That fool. What was he thinking? What is he thinking? Do you suppose he thinks that he's protecting me from them? Oh no.
I think maybe he does think so indeed. Because now having met my relatives upon Olympus, I can definitely see that they can be a bit vindictive about things.
This is true.
Vindictiveness runs in the family, my son. Then if Olympus is involved, that would explain a lot. I'm here, not there with them, as you can see.
Yep.
But, oh, it seems we'll have to speak some more when next you return.
That's why Grandma's still so cold and angry.
When I return.
We're like not even being slowed down by Hades anymore. Well, I guess maybe a little. I got a win streak of 3 now.
Well, this is going to be awkward.
Towels? Oh.
What are they on about now?
What? Oh, darn natural causes got you once again there, didn't they? Well, you show them next time. Would you do that for me, huh?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do my best.
I didn't think you had it in you, boy.
It's the 5th time. What do you mean?
Let's see. I did the dishes, fed the heads, cleaned the cupboards, cleared the pool.
Can't use the chair that I said I'd never use.
So help me, boy, I cannot fathom why you would have brought back the authority to enter the administrative chamber once again.
I knew you thought I'd never do it under any circumstances, Father. That seemed reason enough. Though fear not, I've no plans to reapply.
I just like looking at the stats. I actually haven't looked at them in a while, though.
A deeply rooted fear of mine, in fact. The scene you caused in your brief time there yet remains a widely talked about event among the shades who toil for me still.
Dang, you remember when Zagreus was
here? I'll be
here?
sure to say hello.
Oh, we're up to 2 diamonds again. Could start taking this, although Dark Thirst doesn't help. This doesn't really help us until we get something that gives us. Until we get this, then this becomes useful. These 2 are both okay, but we don't see these chambers that much. So that's why these are not as important. It makes them more valuable though when we do see them. I guess all the ones that there are these things for are the ones that are lower level, right? It's the darkness, the keys, the gemstones, and the nectar. I see. You know, it gives you something of use in the run, right? Palm level, money, max health, and healing. So it turns what was just a meta progression reward into a small also run progression reward, and also Fated Authority. Not healing. Well, darkness gets you healing, and then the keys get you Fated Authority. Yeah, interesting. I didn't think about that. Oh, you're back.
Oh, hello, Zagreus.
Yeah, we need to find Eurydice to talk to you. I know.
What are you doing here? I heard you finally made it out. What, did you break out of here only to die in some pathetic way on the surface?
Yeah, 5 times in fact.
Long story, but yeah. Boils down to what you said, more or less.
So you're going back out there again? Well, it's your business, not mine. For your sake, I hope it's worth it.
That's a kinder thing she's had to say than
Cooking's one way
usual.
to pass the time. Here, you can have these, Chef.
Okay, so it was one of the other 2 fish that we got that got us the nectar that one time. We're 2 keys away from the mirror.
Nyx, my mother was quite concerned to learn Olympus has been aiding me. Haven't you put her in danger by involving them? Was there no other way?
No, there was not. She has been in danger all along. I concealed her, yes, even from me. But it is not enough. I do not think that you could have found her without the Olympians. And
That's
if I did
true.
not reveal your
The
existence to
boons are
them,
big, of
if they
course.
discovered who you are, it would be worse.
Ugh, what a mess. How are we going to fix this?
The Olympians maintain belief that you are trying
Why are
to
they
reach
mad
them.
about Persephone? Because
I
she ran
trust
away,
we can
maybe?
sustain this understanding for a long, long time. Perhaps not forever, but long enough to discover a solution. Perhaps with your birth mother's help.
I'll be careful.
I keep forgetting to check this. I gotta remember. Darkness, well, that's not important. But I've had a few runs now where I always forget that there's the one-time offer that I need to check. Okay, you know what? I can just buy the keys. They only cost 10? Why have I not been buying them?
Seems like a good deal.
I could have bought them a million years ago. And one more for good measure. I kind of wasn't thinking about it, because I can buy these too. Honestly, now that I'm getting so many have so many gems, it's kind of whatever. But I did spend a bunch of them on renovations just so I could get the 5 diamonds, which is still worth it, because the diamonds are very expensive. I did the numbers, and I've already forgotten them. Let's do this, now that we can.
Let's see the last.
Could have done that a million years ago, but it's okay. We've managed to clear these runs without it. Oh. This just... Raise your chance for a boon to be rare. This is for epic. That's more useful anyway. What's this one do? Oh, or legendary or duo, but only if possible, because these ones all have... The legendaries and duos all have conditions, of course. I feel like we see them plenty when they come up. Epic's probably more useful, because it's just we see the... Every boon can be epic, other than the legendaries and duos. Ugh, that's hard. I gotta decide. That's difficult. These are expensive, though. I might need another key just to reset to spend on these things. Randomly alter boon and Well of Charon choices. Oh, this just gives me Fated Authority to start. This one does. For the next chamber. Randomly alter boon and Well of Charon choices. Oh, we can reroll the boons. The Well of Charon is less important, but rerolling boons could be good. It's more expensive, though. I wonder what the limit is on these. It's D4 because there are fewer options, I guess, and each one sort of... Or, I don't know, that's not necessarily true. There's only so many options for the authority. I think this feels better because we can... I mean, we're never going to use it on the well, I don't think, unless we're at the end and haven't used it. But using it... Like, there's definitely times I'm fishing for a boon. I really want to pay off for one of my... for the boons I've got, you know, fishing for razor shoals or a chill payoff or something. Either way, I don't have the money for it right now. I have the money for these ones though. I don't know. Can't really. I could spend a little bit, but it's okay. I might try to start next time with that if I remember. Do I want to switch this though?
What's all this?
I mean, this is good. I kind of do want to level this up further, but maybe I should... Problem is, this is another one of those ones where you want to have it for the whole run, similar to Pierced Butterfly. Like, it's definitely the best to have it the whole run. And if I want to start off with some stuff, if I want to use all these in the runs, then I should use them all at the beginning of a run and then switch to maybe Acorn. That's what we'll do next time, I guess. I didn't just pick one. What weapon are we going to be using? Gun?
Yeah,
Alright.
that's pretty mean.
With gun... What's good? Something that will proc often or be good with the special. Knockback could be okay. I mean, all of them are kind of okay. Something that's... Like, poison's good, because we stack a lot of poison. Same with chill, actually, but we've already taken this one before. So poison's probably fine. Knockback's not bad either. Zeus is not bad. Just take Dionysus.
All set.
Alright, I'm gonna have to set up this as well at some point, but we can hold off on that and think about it. I might have to use that key to respec. But in any case, that's going to do it for today. It is time to end. Only got 2 runs. So, I mean, when we get fully all the way through the runs, they do take about 90 minutes. So, I guess 2 runs that way is okay. But yeah. as always, if you want to see the weekly schedule I post on Sundays, so one coming in a couple days, you can find that on Twitter. Links down below. I also tweet when I go live, and I tweet randomly what I think about, and just any updates about stuff I'm working on, it'll be posted there. Although I'm sure I'll talk about it here too. If you want to see the archives, the past 2 weeks are kept on Twitch, of course, but then anything older than that, up to like the past year or so, is on YouTube, also linked down below. Schedule for this coming week, Monday, I'm not sure yet, so I've been thinking about it. I was going to talk about it while I was streaming, but I kind of got distracted by the game. But I was thinking about playing maybe Cult of the Lamb. I saw all the like stuff before it came out, and I was like, I'm not always super into like the management sim type games or like management games, and that's what it looked like, so I was like, whatever, I don't know if I care. But then I found out that it's apparently got a lot of big roguelite element to it also, which obviously interests me, obviously because I'm here, you can tell that. So I'll think about it more, and I might try to play that, and if I do decide to play that, that'll almost certainly be on the Monday slot. Otherwise, I'll have to decide before Sunday. So, either way, I have to decide before Sunday. So, I don't know. I'll post on the schedule. Wednesday, though, of course, will be Elden Ring, and since we're still working through Hades, Friday will be Hades. So, that's next week. And that's all I've got for today. So, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time, and I hope you have a good rest of your day or your evening, whatever time. And, until next time, see ya.